I am so excited about what my husband George and I are doing for this holiday season. Last year, I had a chance to do the first sleigh bell swing here at Campus JAX, and I had a blast, of course. I love Christmas. And this year, got some icing on the cake. This year, I'm with my husband George, and we're gonna do Sleigh Bell Swing 2. It's a benefit for creative identity, and that's his program, and I'm gonna let him talk about that. It's such an important program that he's doing, and I'm very proud of him. So we are really excited about December 6th. So what do we have planned for everybody, George?
So what we have planned is a wonderful evening of music and jazz, and you as well, with the quintet.
Am I gonna be there?
Yes, with the quintet for the program for creative identity.
Now I know normally we have had a Christmas show.
Right.
You've had your concert twice a year, once in December and once in July, but because of COVID, we haven't been able to do that.
Because of COVID, it's kind of just disrupted our whole plan. We were going to try to do it online, but we just were not able to pull it all together. So this is another way that we'll be able to keep ourselves in front of everybody and let them know that we're still doing what we're doing.
We're still kicking.
And and this is in benefit for the client. So this is going to be great. We're really invested in the work that we do with them at Creative Identity. I really are very proud of all of them. The things that they do, because we're working with Down syndrome and mild to intellectual disabilities, to autism. We're advocates for a lot of the clients that we serve. They have different hurdles that they have to overcome, and we try to help them get past those things.
Creative Identity, since you started the program, since you founded the program,
yes.
I'm so proud of you for keeping it going, and keeping us going.
It keeps us all going.
And we're keeping the music going.
Keeping the music going.
So,
and your support. Now, we'll forget, because a lot of times in the beginning, there was times I wasn't home. There was stuff I couldn't do. So, So, it's like,
yes,
the support.
I remember.
Right. So your support has been really helpful. So keeping me on track. So thank you.
Oh, dear. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Please join us for the live event. Get your tickets now online through campusjax.com. Campus JAX is a great location. It's got COVID consciousness galore, socially distanced seating. It's a wonderful venue, and performing live, there's nothing like it. So I hope you can come and join us December 6th, 5 p.m. And we look forward to seeing you. Oh, man. Is this our song? Is this our song? Georgie and I are going to do a little song, a little ditty we put together. You sure you got the right beat there? Okay, just like we practiced. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby don't care for shows. My baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for all those high-tone places. Liz Taylor's not his style, and even Lana Turner's smile is something that he just can't see. No, 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 no. My baby don't care who knows it. Oh, my baby just cares for me. That's what it is. Oh, my baby don't care for shows. My baby don't care for clothes. Oh, my baby just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for those high-tone places. Beyonce is not his style, and even Halle Berry's smile. Oh, it's something that he just can't see. No, no. My baby don't care who knows it. Oh, my baby just cares for. He really, really cares for. My baby don't care for me. No, 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 no. He might look at that other girl, but he doesn't care. Don't get excited. See how he smiles? Check out the brown eyes when you get a minute. Oh, just for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to wrap it up.
Hi everybody, Campus JAX. JAX Feed the Need program we started back in April when we came back and opened up to help feed the homeless, frontline workers, and elderly caregivers. Today we're doing a hero's lunch for Ralph's in East Bluff. We want to show our appreciation and recognize them for still coming in every day for the work they did during the first critical weeks when everybody else was sheltering in place. They were showing up, doing a fantastic job feeding us, and I didn't want to leave their amazing job unappreciated. So it's our turn to go out and appreciate them and feed them. We're going to be delivering jambalaya. We're going to be delivering some black bean corn chili with jalapeno biscuits and some Mardi Gras pasta with chicken. So a little something for everybody, and our way of saying thank you and paying it forward. Thanks to you for helping support JAX Feed the Need. If you want to find out how you can get involved, you can go to Campus JAX, that's campusjax.com. Appreciate you guys, Orange County, we're doing a great job. We've raised over $20,000 and provided over 2,000 meals to the homeless and elderly caregivers, and we want to keep this going, so without you, we couldn't do it. Appreciate everybody's donations, appreciate everybody coming and attending the shows, and want to thank everybody in Orange County. Working together, we can get through this, and thank you very much.
with intellectual disabilities. Some are autistic, some Down syndrome. We have some that are low function, but the range is varied. Okay, so we supply them with different activities to help them be able to kind of think for themselves. So that's more what it's about. Most clients love the music or the music therapy. I have 1 or 2 clients that I've worked with specifically that are more, that are savants that are able to do a lot more. So I've been able to bring in musicians to work with, like my one client, Joaquin Dixon, I've been able to work with him more with different jazz musicians, bringing them in, because he can work on that level. We've done over 3 or 4 different CDs with him. And he's been able to do all of the parts sometimes that I need. And a lot of times, I had another group we call The Pride, where they always sing, and we started off a cappella. And he would help me with giving everybody their parts, helping develop the song, so we would sing, and everybody would sing their little parts, and he would carry the group. It was wonderful. The other one I have is a young lady, Catalina Montgomery, who sings, and she's able to work at the level. Then we introduce everybody else to doing different things. We introduce them to playing strings. So we add in the classical as well as just the jazz. I have a small little string quartet that some of the clients are able to participate in. So each client falls in, and the others fall into the arts. They love doing the arts, ceramics and painting as well. And I have wonderful teachers that really do a good job with that and engaging and getting them life skills where they learn to what choices are they making, what decisions are they making, what things are best this way or the other, how to advocate for themselves. So we're trying to present them with a wide variety of things so that they can process information on a basis where they're not necessarily overreacting, but learning how to work with other people as well, and getting them to be able to participate and do more than what they think they can do. People sometimes look at everybody and they judge them on what they think they should be able to do, not on what actually they can do. I've always been of the mindset, because I've been in that situation too. People will underestimate what you can do and not really give you an opportunity. So I wanted to provide them with an opportunity where they could be able to participate and do things, and so people could see them in the light of what they can do and not what they can't do. Because it's an underserved population in the sense that there are a lot of times people don't want to give them the opportunity to do anything. Oh, he can't do this, or they can't do this, or they're not able to do this. And then we come to find out they're able to do a lot more than we even anticipated. They're able to think through things, put things together. They're able to reason in a way that, that's clear of mind. They know the difference of what should be right and what should be wrong. They're able to really sit down and give you a sense of they are just as important or just as alive as anybody else. I wanted to do something where I still could be in music. I was putting together shows and doing a lot of other things musically. I needed to be able to give something. It was nice to be able to do what I was able to do musically, but I felt that I was being more self-absorbed. I needed something to reach out to other people as well. So by investing in other people, it just brought everything else I did up. I didn't get out of music as much as I got more involved in music, because I could see what music could do to help somebody. I could see how music could give them an opportunity to work through different issues that they might have. Because see, the music is just a modality. It's just something that we use to be able to get the individual to feel safe and comfortable, to be able to process new information and to move forward in, so they can grow. And the music opens that door for us very well. Once you get in it and you get so involved, you get so personal with the clients and they get so personal with you, and you start to work with families and others, and they started to help them with the issues that are going on with their kids. The program was really slow starting. We only started with like maybe 4 or 5, and then just built up over time. And we get people to come from all over the country to intern with us as well. Building that team has been real, you can know from trying to build a team for anything you're trying to do. That was where the real work went into. And getting the people together that would do the jobs. Because it's tedious. It's tedious work. It's real tedious for maybe a minimum amount of success sometimes. And sometimes they're big successes, sometimes they're small successes. So it's really, you gotta have patience. You gotta sit back and really care about what you're doing. And you have to care about the people that you're working with. It's like a friend of mine once told me, it's like you're at a party and you're disabled and you wanna kind of talk with everybody, but everybody doesn't want to talk with you. So you're always off by yourself. You're always sitting by yourself. So It's not until we engage and bring them in that they can feel a part of the party when they have and find that they do have something to offer. So that's more where I look at it. But it allows for them to go out and get a job if that's what they want. It allows for them to be able to, in other words, to participate in the bigger society. Instead of just being locked into one way, of just being in that one community, for them to be able to get out in mainstream and do more stuff. That's what we want to see. Those are the successes that we look at. We have 2 programs right now. We have 30 in Anaheim and 14 in Laguna Beach, and we're still growing. I would like to have another program that eventually that we can have further down in Mission Viejo or far over. So we're just constantly looking to the future just for keep growing and keep just getting better. So we have a variety of ways that people can come and help. If they have the skills that we need. You know, I've had one lady who's used to be a special ed teacher and everything else. She comes and she volunteers. Ceramics instructors are able to do ceramics. They can come in and help. The best way is those that can make donations, that can help out, go online, hit the donate button, and it can be reoccurring, or however, they can set it up right there. I would like to say thank you to all of the people that have supported our program, that have given to us over the years, that have been there with us, and you know, for the new people that we'll meet as well. And if you can donate, thank you. If you can't, thank you. It doesn't matter. We just want you to know what our clients can do and to see all of them as people and not as someone that shouldn't have an opportunity. So thank you.
Just take 5. Stop your busy day and take the time out to see. Give 5. Oh,
Thank you very much. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Such a pleasure. Thank you to play for you. Right now, we'd like to bring the missus up. Miss ELENA GILLIAM.
Hey! Welcome, everybody. We're going to do some Christmas music. I hope you don't mind, but it's my favorite time of year. Welcome to Campus JAX. Let's do some music. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, little creepy. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout. I'm telling you why, 'cause Santa Claus is coming to town. Come on, Jeff, come on, Jeff. say that better myself. Do it. Not bad, Jeff. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town and he doesn't like frowns. He's making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming, oh I know you, to town. When he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good. For goodness sake, oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah. Santa Claus is swinging to town, isn't he? So thank you so much for joining us. And we are doing live streaming today, and we're so happy to be here. My name is ELENA GILLIAM, and this is the George Gilliam Quintet behind me today. And I've got some special guys up here that I want to introduce. Mr. Jeff Jorgensen over here on this saxophone, trying to keep up with me, I know. Mr. Paul Kryback here on the drums. Yeah. Mr. Michael Sochet on the bass. And Mr. Michael Levan on the piano. You can't have too many Michaels. And this guy, my special guy, my George Gilliam on the guitarra.
Thank you.
On the guitar. And we're here on behalf of Creative Identity tonight. And I want to thank you so much. Creative Identity is a program for developmentally disabled adults and intellectually disabled adults that my husband started many years ago, 25 years ago to be exact. I can't believe it. Can you, George? 25 years. Woo. And he's got the gray hairs to prove it. Yeah, me too. Wait. So thank you for being here. We're going to be gathering donations online for anybody who would like to donate. Please feel free to do so. You should actually see a little cue on the screen for those of you watching from home. Or if you want to turn your phones on, you can, tune in. No, you can just listen live. So welcome again, and thank you, Campus JAX, for having us here and letting us do this benefit for Creative Identity. We are so grateful, and we love Campus JAX. So we're going to do some more music, and stay tuned. And I hope you like Christmas. Hey, I love Christmas. I love December. My birthday month too, you know. December people are cool. I just like hearing the music. The music. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? Where's your sleigh bells? In the land, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away, way away. Here's the bluebird. Here to stay. Here's a new bird. There goes. A sing-along song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the
job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah, listen to that swing, huh? Hey. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gonna wake is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. We're singing a love song, happy when we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Now in the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we tree by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Oh, we're walking in a winter wonderland. Yes, we're walking in a winter wonderland. Pick up that beat, pick up that beat. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, yeah, okay, this is starting to get me in the Christmas mood, huh? Yeah. You know, there's nothing like Christmas. Okay, this has to come off. Huh? My sound tech. They have great sound system here. We have great sound admin. I call them the admin. They are phenomenal. The staff here at Campus JAX is fantastic, and we're so grateful that they're here and they're playing live music. Thank you. So you remember Julie Andrews. God, I love me some Julie Andrews. She used to be one of my little favorites. But this one, you know, the hills are alive. The sound of music always reminds me of Christmas. So I guess that's why this became kind of a Christmas standard, isn't it? I hate when I talk to him and he doesn't look. Look at him, ignoring me. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things: cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbell sleigh schnitzel with the noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wing. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops and roses, whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles, and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with the noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wing. These are a few of my favorite things. Well, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad, so bad, so These are a few of my favorite things right up here. My favorite guys. Yeah. Especially this one. You are my favorite. You are my favorite. Thank you so much. So yeah. Just like we practiced it. Wow. Hey, I forgot. Cheers, everybody. I lift my glass to you, and all of these wonderful guys behind me who wish they could take a drink right now. Cheers. Happy holidays. Chin chin. Oh, that's good. I love it when it gets real low. And I can do an ooh. This actually is a song from my first CD that George produced. Duke Ellington, In a Sentimental Mood. Isn't it romantic? Oh, thank you, thank you. There we go. In a sentimental mood, I could see the stars come through my room, while your loving attitude lights up a flame that lights the gloom on the wings of every kiss. Drifts a melody so soft and sweet in the sentimental bliss. You make my paradise so complete. Rose petals seem to fall, it's all like a dream to call you mine. My heart's a lighter thing since you made this night a thing divine. In a sentimental mood, I'm within a world so heavenly, and I never dreamt that you'd be loving sentimental. Oh, sentimental, sentimental me. Michael LeVan back there. Yeah. Rose petals seem to fall. It's all like a dream to call you mine. Oh, my heart's a lighter thing since you made this night a thing divine. In a sentimental mood, I'm within a world so heavenly, and I never dreamt that you, loving sentimental me. Oh, sentimental me. Loving sentimental me. Isn't that a wonderful tune? Thank you so much. Michael and Jeff holding up the sides there. Yeah. So we got one more Duke for you. I don't know. I just felt like a little bit of Duke Ellington. So we're going to do it. You got it. Yeah. I like this one because the words are easy. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Don't mean a thing. All you gotta have is swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Got to give it everything you got. Well, it don't mean nothing. All you gotta have is swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Come on, Jeff. Let's see how well he do-wops. Do-wop. Do-wop. Okay, your doo-wop's pretty good. He's got pretty good doo-wop, don't you think? All right. Wait. Let me see. Do you have pretty good doo-wop? Can you doo-wop too? Do. Can you trade with Michael? Let me see your doo-wop, Paul. Come on. I'm talking about your drums. Go ahead, you can still doo-wop. Do. Punch it. There he goes. I knew he could do it. Michael. Top. Come on, Michael. Can you smile a little bit or something? Thank you. I didn't say sing, Michael. I just said, smile. I'm caught up in my chord here. That's what I'm talking about. What about you, Michael? Do you want to do up? Go ahead. Yeah, that's Michael Sochet back there. I knew you had some doo-wop in you. There you go. That's it. Top. Don't mean a thing. All you got to have is swing. Can you do up with me? Do up. Wow. Don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. Do up. Wow. Makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Got to give it everything you got. It don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. One more time. Do up. Again. Do up. One more time. Do up. Whoa! Woo! My doo-wop is tired. Woo! Whew, I got some tired doo-wop. I was saving you for last, honey. George and I got a little tune for you. We did this at the last event, and I said, oh, we gotta do a duet, come on. But he didn't wear his hat, which is part of the song, but that's okay. Prop, I need a prop. Here. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you play off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never ever meet again on the bumpy road to love. Still I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. Come on, honey, play a little bit. Ah, thank you. You got it. way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you play off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, 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 they can't take that away from me. We may never ever meet again on the bumpy, bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, 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 they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. No, they can't take that away. No, 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 they can't take that away from me. Not even by plane, honey. Not even by plane. We timed that. So I see you guys didn't get the memo about that being a duet. This was a duet. You love it so much, you had to jump in there, huh? I get it. It's about music. It's Michael got the memo. It's okay. This is what makes this flow. It's a double duet. Oh, I've never heard of a double duet. Paul said it's a double duet. Wow, a new musical term that sometimes I think he lies to me, but you know. Yeah. Okay. One of my favorite Christmas tunes. This song. Oh, let's make sure we don't go too slow. This is my only exercise, so I have to go really fast. Like, I just said, my God, I have got to at least take the dog for a walk. I'm just really not doing anything. And he said, yeah, yeah, you do. Anyway, this is Feliz Navidad. Yes, by my guy, Jose. And what I didn't realize was that this tune brought him back. This was his comeback tune. And it was so big, he was just shocked. How did this get to be so big? I did all these great songs, and then he kind of faded in the background, but this one brought him back. So let's bring him back. Ready? Oh. 1, 2, have fun. Ooh, yeah, ándale pues. And you can sing too if you want. Woo! Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Oh, I see you. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Woo! Go ahead. Oh, oh. Yeah. That's what I'm talking Navidad. Sing with me. Yeah. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Woo! Feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Oh, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Of my heart. Of my heart. Ándale, pues. Gracias. Yes. So what I love about them is they watch me so closely. They have to because, otherwise it'd be a train wreck. But but Paul has this. The first time I played with Paul back here, who's, I don't know. You've been around the world 500 times, or I've flown around the world and I'm playing. Yeah. So every time I move, Paul's with me. Let's go ahead and show. You're a little off. You're a little off. Okay, give me some brushes for a minute. Let's play for a minute. This is off script now. My favorite. Just give me some brushes. Now let me try it. Let me play with Michael. Can you join in? Not singing, play. Now pick up your pretty saxophone. Well, let's see. Well, this is our improv class. This is really putting him on the spot. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas with lots of presents for my heart. Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Don't play the song for me. That's just. Okay, that might actually be a song by next year. Thanks, guys. They didn't look at me too crazy when I said that. Right? When the eyes get big. What? See, and I know his eyes are big. Like, oh my God, what is she doing now? Good Lord. So I wanted to remind you that this is a fundraiser for creative identity. And for those watching online, you have the online gift, the website online. And I gave each of you an envelope for your tables, and that has all the information for creative identity. Cheers again. Cheers. Here's to a new year, a hopeful, great new year. Please, Lord. Please, Lord. So here's a fun thing that we just added today. So if you go online, Creative Identity, as I said, it's an expressive arts program. So we have clients and students who create, they paint, they have ceramics, they make beautiful ceramics. They make hand-painted scarves. They also make jewelry. We have about 50 clients or more. We have 2 locations, one in Anaheim and also one in Laguna Beach. And we're trying to keep things going during the pandemic. It hasn't been that easy, but we're evolving to another level because we're having to work with the clients online. Just like the students going to school, we have to work with them online, see if they can, through Zoom lessons. So it's challenging, but sometimes we all need a challenge. And one of the things that George has always said is we can push people to their limits. Let's put the bar up here and let them climb up to the bar. Let's not have low expectations of anyone. And he's stuck to that for 25 years. I'm so proud of what he's done with his clients, and it just keeps moving on in a positive direction. We need as much positivity right now as we can stand, don't you think? So let's keep going in a positive direction, but here's the fun thing. We do sell items on Etsy. Everybody's heard of Etsy by now. And in your envelopes, I put the website, and it has information about Etsy. So for anyone who does make a donation tonight, or let's say this week, we can go a week. We'll put your name in the hat, and we will choose someone to get a gift certificate for $50 to use on the Etsy site for Creative Identity. And my special friend, Rick Nelson of SoCal Jazz. Is Rick here? Hey, hi, thank you for coming. Rick also donated a wonderful bottle of wine that will go along with that gift certificate, and we'll get it to you. Don't worry. If you make a donation, we'll have your email. We'll have all your information, and we'll get it to you. It's a beautiful bottle of wine worth about $70. I said, oh, Rick, you have another one? How about one for me, one for... Never mind. Anyway, we thank you so much, Rick, for being a part of it, and I hope SoCal Jazz Festival will be back next year. Don't forget my number. So, thank you again for joining us, and now we're going to do one of those wonderful ballad Christmas songs.
Hey, folks. Hey, Tony, how you doing, man?
Good evening, Terrence. How are you?
I'm fine and dandy. You know, continuing to bring this jazz to everybody, for as long as we can, and we're going to continue doing that.
So far, they haven't shut down my home, so.
There you go. Did you pay your electric bill? That's what I want.
That's a whole different shutdown.
Anyway, right now in the center, and I don't want to be too loud in case you're still listening to that, but we've got in the split screen, ELENA and George Gilliam, and they're doing a Sleigh Bells Swing Holiday Benefit for the Creative Identity Music Arts Program. Their mission, of course, is providing therapeutic and educational interventions that cultivate personal and social responsibilities, pre-vocational skills, independence, and creative potentials. If you want to help donate to that, and this is kind of like a little telethon donation type thing here, go to Creative Identity hyphen And the website's at the bottom of the screen. You'll see that. But on the stage right now, we have ELENA GILLIAM on vocals. Of course, George GILLIAM, her husband, on guitar. Michael Levan on piano. Paul Krybick. I can't believe that I'm not there for Paul Krybick tonight. Jeff Jorgensen on sax, and on bass, Mike Saucier. And tonight's guest, who do we have tonight, Tony?
We've got Lyman Medeiros, a great bass player who was there with me a couple weeks ago, and Renee Miara, they have a group together that we're going to hear from them, a little duo group that they do. And saxophone player Jason FABUS, who's a fantastic young player and just all around great musician. And we're going to hear from him and get to talk to him as well. That's all I've got, though.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to that. And folks, you can always help us out with these live streams. And I don't know how many we've done here. This is like 110 or something like that. But if you want to go to steamersjax.com, there's a little virtual tip jar there. You can help us. We're going to continue doing this no matter what. I have to see Tony every week at least once.
It's part of our court order.
It's part of our court order. That's right. And I'm in Tony Guerrero court. And you can go to steamersjax.com. Also, go to YouTube and Facebook to see these videos. And Facebook Campus Jax or Jax Hideaway. We want to thank you for watching these on Sundays and Thursdays. And we also have a membership for those of you who are dedicated to Steamers Jazz at Campus Jax. At that site, you can go steamersjax.com, and you can become more than just like a one-time donor. You can become a Patreon and with a membership. So go over there to steamersjax.com, or you can always go to Venmo / Jax Hideaway. So let's get back to ELENA and George GILLIAM and doing their sleigh bell swing. And Tony, I hope you're having a great holiday season. It's I
am so far. It's my first holiday season not on the road in 10 years.
Yeah,
I've been home, which it's kind of nice for the family thing. But although they're not used to having me home in December, so we'll see how it plays out. But it's a little tough saying goodbye to all that touring work. But
yeah. Well, folks, if you're interested, Tony wears a size 11 shoe, and he is accepting gifts for Christmas.
Right. I'm registered on the internet.
There you go. All right, folks.
I just got noticed I'm going on the road in January. I don't know what that means, but we'll take it.
Let's get back to George and ELENA.
And every mother's child is gonna smile to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Jeff Jorgensen. Let's bow, Jeff. You bow with your saxophone. Can you twirl that thing too? He said, that's as far as I go. Move on, ELENA. Let's move to Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Swing it. And here's one of my other favorite. I'm doing all my favorite stuff tonight. I hope you don't mind. I said, okay. Excuse, what? I see. You were clearing your throat. All right. I shouldn't have let you out of the bag. I shouldn't have. It's a naughty, naughty, naughty boy. You're gonna get coal in your stocking. You just watch it. All right. Okay, I'll count it off. Have yourself. One, two, you have to know how to count to do this job too. They didn't tell me that when I started singing. So I try. I can go to 4. 8, oh my God, don't get me started. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Go on, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Ah, here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Go on, have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, I hope, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Sleigh bells ring, ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling. Go on, shop till you drop. Nowadays you're dropping online. Shop till your fingers get tired. Sleigh bells ring, ting-a-ling, 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 no, ba-doo. Merry Christmas now. I could listen to that swing all night long. Swing, swing. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. You know, I'm really liking you guys. Thank you so much. So, what do you do New Year's Eve? I'm not asking you. I said, our next song is, what are you doing New Year's Eve? So I said, what are you doing New Year's Eve? I'm not asking you. I'm just saying that's the next song. He looks disappointed. He's like, oh man, really? Cheers again. Look how slow I'm drinking. Aren't you proud of me?
Very proud of you.
Wait. Glug, 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 glug. So I wanted to do this song dedicated to my mother, who had a birthday 2 days ago. 94. Hi, Mom. I hope you're watching. I'll test them when I get home. My daughter's with her. Oh, did you turn it on? Yeah, what did I sing? That's the test. But she said this is one of her favorite songs. And my daughter said this is one of her favorite songs. What? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that either?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Well, we know it now. The generations, through the generations. That's what I love about jazz. It just permeates. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it going. Thank you again, Campus JAX, for keeping that music going, keeping that jazz going, keeping all kinds of music going. Yes. Whew, thank God. Thank God. So here we are. No, we just did that one. Here we are. Maybe it's just too early in the game. Oh, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Oh, wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock midnight. Wandering in the new year, New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations you receive. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Take it away, my friend. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000, this is what I used to say, invitations you'll receive. Oh, please spend the night, please. Oh, but in case I have one little chance, here comes a jackpot question in advance. Don't say no. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. What everybody, come to my house. New Year's. Yeah, because it's going to be a good one. Well, again, we want to thank you so much for joining us. I don't know, it does my heart. You just helped my heart tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all those who are listening. And thank you for supporting Creative Identity. And do you want to say anything, George? He's a man of few words.
Very few words, you know, but go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
So please, we're going to do one more song. This is a song, Michael and I are going to do this. So help me again thank Mr. Jeff Jorgensen on the saxophone. Yeah, Jeff. Mr. Paul Kryvik on the drums. Woo-hoo. And the beret. Mr. Michael Sochet on the bass. Don't clap for yourself. Don't clap for yourself. Mr. Michael Levan on the piano. Mr. George Gilliam on the guitar. My name is ELENA Gilliam, and I can't tell you how happy you all make me. So just to send you home, I wanted to do a song from the CD that Michael produced. Michael and I produced. Well, Michael produced it. I sang. I just sang. He did everything else. So this, I want you to take this home with you, and please come back and see us again. Please. I need a job, okay? This is serious. No, I'm kidding. Just have a great holiday. Have a wonderful life. Please enjoy every minute you can enjoy in this world. Be kind to one another. Please be kind. It's so easy to be the other way. The other way. But being kind is much more fun. So thank you. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In a small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees that are wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you for coming to Campus JAX. Thank you, Campus JAX. Thank you. Thank you.
We're live.
Hey, that was 90 minutes of our Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX Prelude with ELENA and George Gilliam. Their Sleigh Bells Swing Holiday Benefit for the Creative Identity Music and Arts Program. And you can always donate at Creative Identity OC.org. And
it's right there. I think.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do tonight, we have Lyman Medeiros, and he's going to be performing with his band Black Market Review, doing Sweet Lorraine, and that's with me, Miara.
Renee Miara, yeah. It's a duo. It's I guess I don't know if they do a full band version. I've only seen the duo. They do a full band version. I've just been told by the little ear thing in my ear that's not really there. Reverie. And then we're also going to hear from we're going to have Jason FABUS on and ask him to play for us as well.
Nice.
And, how you doing, Terrence?
I'm doing good. You know, life is crazy, but I'm happy, and as long as we continue doing this jazz, you know, I'm just happy to be here, happy to be alive and healthy. And you look good, Tony. You look good as usual.
I can't help it. It's just something that happens.
I know. The older you get, the better you look. So let's get into that video of Lyman Medeiros and Renee Miara.
Well, I just found joy. I'm as happy as a baby boy who just found a brand new choo-choo toy. 'Cause I love my sweet Lorraine. She's got a pair of eyes that are bluer than the summer skies. When you see them, you will realize why I love my sweet Lorraine. When it's raining, I don't miss the sun, 'cause it's in my baby's smile. Could it be that I'm the lucky one who walks her down the aisle? Each night I pray that no one will steal her heart away. Just can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine. When it's raining, I don't miss the sun, 'cause it's in my baby's smile. Could it be that I'm the lucky one who walks her down the aisle? Each night I pray that no one will steal her heart away. Just can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine. Just can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine.
After moving to Los Angeles in 2000, Lyman Medeiros quickly became one of the most in-demand bassists in Southern California, working with legendary artists such as Diane Shure, Alex Acuna, Eric Marienthal, Mary Clayton, Lou Soloff, Byron Stripling, Joe Magnarelli, Kenny Rankin, and Plaz Johnson, to name a few. In 2001, he joined the band of Concord recording artist Steve Tyrell and has been performing with the popular vocalist ever since. In 2003, he toured with the popular vocalist Michael Bublé and appears on his live CD-DVD, Come Fly With Me. Lyman has performed on 5 continents in over 20 countries at such world-renowned venues as the Hollywood Bowl, Walt Disney Concert Hall, the Blue Note Tokyo, the Montreux Jazz Festival, the Cape Town Jazz Festival, and the Vitoria Jazz Festival in Spain, just to name a few. He's been seen by millions performing on television programs such as The Tonight Show, Today, Late Night with David Letterman, The Talk, and Dateline NBC. He is currently an instructor at Musicians Institute College of Contemporary Music in Hollywood, California. Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX is proud to present our friend, Lyman Medeiros.
Tiara, like a tiara, but
We're live.
Hey, we're live. What's up, Tony? Guess who we have with us?
Well, I can see them right there. Hey, Renee and Lyman, how are you?
Great, fantastic.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you.
Yeah, we just checked out your Sweet Lorraine. And Lyman, I know I've been playing with you at least 18 years. I have a way I mark at least one gig we did together back in 2002. But I didn't know you sang until like this week.
I try not to. I sing. I can sing in certain situations. I like to sing. I like to sing with Renee.
a hidden treasure. A hidden treasure. A Christmas Christmas special.
It's a Christmas miracle.
But I tell you what it was. I've been touring with the jazz vocalist Steve Tyrell for years and years now.
Yeah.
And Steve has a couple songs where he sings duets, like he's recorded a duet with Dr. John and Clark Terry. Of course, those guys don't come on the road with us. So when we do those lives, I would sing the duet with him. And then maybe once or twice a set, I would sing a duet with Steve.
Yeah.
And inevitably, I'd come off the stage, and the first thing the audience members say to me is, "Great show. I love your singing." Which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I sang on 2 tunes. I play bass on like 20 tunes.
Right.
They never said anything about the bass playing. So
Yeah.
I figured it out after a long while that, maybe I should start.
Well, I'm trying to think how long ago I first met Lyman. Of course, Lyman was with Gina Saputo, Carol Welsman. He played with Poncho, the Banda Brother, every Latin jazz. I'm just trying to think of how many bands you played at Steamers with there.
Oh man, so many.
Steve Cotter.
Steve Cotter.
Yeah.
I had a great, and I'm wondering about the gig you're thinking about, Tony, because I had a great welcome to LA moment playing at Steamers with Tony. This had to be probably around 2002, Tony. And I just moved to town. We had a gig at Steamers, and I live in the San Fernando Valley, very far away. Back then, there was no Google Maps. I had a Thomas guide. And you just ask your friends, "Hey, when should I leave to make a Steamers gig at 8:30?" You know what I mean? So, of course, I'm running late. And, I call Tony and let him know I'm going to be late. And I get there probably 8:35, something like that. Not incredibly late, but late enough to stress me, a young bass player, out. It was a Friday night. I walked in. The place is packed. And Tony and the rest of the band, Matt Johnson, and who was playing Mark Massey, everyone's waiting with Terrence in the hallway. So I go up, and I'm all nervous, and I'm set up my stuff, and I put up my bass, and I'm standing on stage. And Terrence goes, Lyman, come on stage. I got to introduce the band.
Yeah, because, I was very adamant about bringing up each and every member of the band one at a time.
That totally went over my head. I was so late and so stressed out. And so I'm ready to go, guys. And Terrence was like, Lyman, come,
Lyman, I actually met you. You were playing with Ann Callahan at was it the Money Tree? Is that right?
Yes. That
was where I met you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And all I know about Ann now, she was a really wonderful trumpet player and singer, put out a couple really beautiful albums. Then she moved back east, And now I think she just ran for like state senator or something in Boston. I don't think she won, but I saw some little thing that she was, heavy into politics there. And
did you play with her when she was at Steamers?
I probably,
Yeah, she played a couple of times there too. But yeah, the crazy thing too, Lyman, is that contrary to like at Campus JAX, at Steamers, I wanted the band to start late. I purposely, because maybe we'll get one more round out of the customers if they wait, you know what I mean? Everyone's like, "Oh, it's 8:30." No, we'll just start at 8:45, 8:50.
Right.
Well, enough about all of us. I want to meet Renee because I've never met Renee before.
Hello, Renee.
Here I
Tell
am.
us-
Hello.
Tell us about. Actually, let me start this way. Lyman, you tell us about Renee first.
So Renee used to have a Sunday brunch gig at the Four Seasons in Westlake Village that I got recommended to play with her, and that's where we first met. And we instantly clicked. We instantly got along very well, and I love the way she sings. She was coming from rock and metal music before, if you believe that.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, but no, I was in school. I have a degree in opera, in classical.
I come from this, so.
We are friends. No, but it's on the real. I mean, I came from opera singers. They were my parents.
Yeah, her parents were opera singers.
But I did discover Billie Holiday at like age 16, and I was like, she might be the best thing I've ever heard in my life. And then I fought everything with every grain, and here I am.
And I love playing with Renee because now too, but especially at the time, she was very into Ella Fitzgerald, and she wanted to do like a lot of fast songs, which you don't really get with singers too often.
Yeah.
I love
from the metal. It's from the metal.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, we just really clicked, and years later, after the revelation about my singing, and I knew I wanted to start a band. I knew I didn't want to sing just by myself and be like the singing bass player. We really love the Ella and Louis duets albums, and we've kind of used those as a springboard to kind of creating our sound, our aesthetic.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so Renee, tell us a little bit about some of your history musically, and I mean, you just told us a little bit about where you came from musically, but like stuff you've done and the kinds of things you.
Yeah, I mean, my first gig at the Roxy, I was 15 years old playing in a metal band. I mean, this is the truth.
Yeah.
And my 70-something-year-old father was there, opera singer from Paris, watching me going, Renee, what are you doing? So I don't know. And I just I got into college. I went in as a guitar major at CalArts, and I was into playing crazy metal guitar, but I knew, voice was where my heart was, and went there. But I've been writing since I was, 12 years old, writing songs, and I love Lyman's a great partner. He's a great writing partner. We're starting actually our second record right now. We've got a couple original tunes, and we've got a couple original tunes on this Christmas record, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll have to check that out. I'm a big fan of original Christmas tunes.
Hey, you got to throw a few in, You got to mix it in.
You posted one recently, right, Tony? I dug it.
Yeah, I've been doing. I mean, like all of us, I spend every June and July recording somebody's Christmas album.
Right.
So, Christmas always starts early. My kids start listening to Christmas music in summertime because of that. But I'm always trying to write new Christmas tunes, and it's just I something about that little heartwarming genre I love. So
heartwarming for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, well, is there a way that maybe you guys could do something right now?
We could.
We can, sure.
We love it.
Something heavy metal.
We can do that.
We can do heavy metal. We brought our ukuleles. My father's Hawaiian. My father's mother was 100% Hawaiian heritage. So of course, we had to record Mele Kliki Maka on our Christmas record. I'd like to do it for you now. Ready?
Yep.
You count it off. I always count off too fast.
Mele Kliki Maka is a thing to say. on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island breeze that will say to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here on that Christmas merry raining night, some toy shop at night and the stars by night. Lady Martha is Hawaiian's way. Say Merry Christmas.
Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you.
I'll tell you, man, ukulele is just like kind of come out of nowhere over the last 10 years, and like
It's
all
hot.
over the place.
Isn't it though?
It's hot.
Yeah.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, I don't know if you knew. Did you know Daniel Ho?
I think so.
He was around kind of in the. I'll make this really short, like early '90s. That whole kind of smooth jazz scene. He had a band called Kilauea, and he was a keyboard player.
Oh yeah. The band.
Yeah. And then he kind of disappeared for a while and came back as a like ukulele master, and like he's won like 9 Grammys in the last 10 years. I'm making up a number, but just a huge amount of Grammys.
Wow.
And all these major albums as a ukulele player. Just
incredible.
This ukulele was given to me by my Hawaiian grandmother who lived in Hawaii before she passed. And you know, my dad's a musician, but he didn't know too much about it. It was always just his mom's uke, you know.
Yeah.
And it had some things wrong with it when she gave it to me. So I took it to a shop here in LA and had them fix it. They said, yeah, this is a 1962 Martin. You can probably sell it for $1,800.
Wow.
For a ukulele. Because it's a nice vintage instrument, just because ukuleles, like you said, are so crazy popular right now.
I'm just going to make a quick little recommendation that you either get all 4 black strings or all 4 white strings, because really on the stream it looks like you're playing a 1-string ukulele. It's kind of easy.
I knew you were good. I knew you were good, but I couldn't understand how you got those chords out of 1 string.
That's my new thing. I'm the 1-string ukulele.
Oh my God.
Forget bass.
Now, so I've heard a few of the tracks that you guys have posted over the last. You've been doing this a year or two now, a couple years, right?
This is about 5 years now, actually. Right?
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Band?
5 years? No.
Our band. What are you talking about?
3 years. Huh?
Okay, yeah, maybe 3.
3 years.
So I was closer than Lyman was.
Yes.
3 years. 3 years.
3
Yeah,
years,
it
okay.
has been 3 years.
So we released a record that was mostly standards and a couple, pop covers and a couple originals, and then the Christmas.
But don't I remember seeing, like, wasn't some of it kind of Americana also?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So the instrumentation is like, Renee plays the uke on a lot of stuff. I'm always playing upright bass, first and foremost, my instrument.
Right.
And guitar and violin. And Chris Wabich, who I'm sure you both know.
Oh, very well.
He's not only a great drummer, but he's a great percussionist too.
Oh, yes.
He's like playing the drums with shakers, and he's got a bass drum that's like 3 feet.
He's wild. He's wild.
He's wild. But his creativity can really lend itself to different things, and he sounds great with us. So it's very much like an Americana kind of vibe, especially our originals. And I like to think that that's kind of a new take on the standards we do, the Louis and Ella stuff, and more traditional standards that we do. Kind of put it in that setting, acoustic instruments, for sure.
So just the 3 of you then?
No, it's the 2 of us, and we've done shows just the 2 of us before. But then we have Chris Wabich, who's like I said, the drummer. He also has a very nice home studio setup. He's recorded both records and engineered both records. Matthew Yeagley plays guitar, who's a great jazz guitar player. Brett Farkas plays guitar, he plays a great jazz too, but he's also a rock.
Yeah,
he's a rock and guitar player as well.
You can hear both of those kind of featured
both,
on the record. There's a pretty strong contrast between
you can always tell which one's soloing on the record. Luis Mascaro plays violin, and that's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Renee. But the cool thing is, me and Renee are are the driving force behind the band. Like I said, we've done shows, 2 of us, 3 of us, 4 of us, full band. You know, we can kind of, our arrangements, we try to arrange with that in mind, you know, that we can play with different instrumentations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it by myself.
That's right.
And are we getting another song out of you right now?
Oh, I don't know if we can perform another one. I could try.
So you want to do one of the originals? You want to do
No. You want to do a stand where I play bass?
Sure, whatever you want.
Which one? Well, let's do Stressful in Alabama.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I love that tune.
Yeah, let me grab my bass.
That requires ukulele, though, correct? Oof. Might have forgot this song. It's been a while.
I love the tree. I love the little. Is that a car? Up? Yeah.
This is my wife's woodland.
She's amazing. Yes,
the woodland
Carrie is
creatures
amazing.
tree.
Wow.
It has a theme. You will find only woodland creatures.
Interesting. I love that. Or does that then suppose that there are other trees in the house, or is it?
There's another tree in the house.
That's great.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We lived our we hold on a second. Hold on. It's just me by myself.
You're right.
Hold on.
You got it.
Is that right? Turn off my uke.
It's all right.
We lived our little drama. We lived in a field of white, and stars fell on Alabama last night.
Oh yeah.
I can't forget the glamour. Your eyes turn on lights, and stars fell on Alabama last night.
Again last night.
I never planned in my imagination a situation so heavenly, a fairy land where no one else could enter, and in the center, just you and me.
Thank you.
That's great, man.
Very, very nice.
Thanks, guys.
Renee, we had a friend of mine that I don't know if you would know them, but just because you have a connection to the opera world, but do you know Lynette Tapia and John Osborne?
Joan Osborne?
John Osborne?
Yeah.
Well, we had them on also, but they're pretty incredible opera singers. We'll have to like kind of make that connection just to have you check them out and meet
Well,
them.
that's wonderful. Yes, I will. But I'm no opera singer.
But you have that in your family history.
That's beautiful. Yes, I will. Most definitely.
So on the new record, we did an arrangement of "Oh Holy Night," and so Renee's parents were French too.
Well, no, my father.
Sorry,
not my mother.
sorry. Her father's French, and so her and her sister, who sings as well opera, did a duet of "Oh Holy Night," with the French title is
Minuit Chrétien.
where they sing they sing the French lyric.
My sister is more the opera singer. Correct. Yes.
Yeah. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's my favorite vocal performance on
That's my favorite Christmas tune of all time.
Aww.
Is it?
Yeah. So I'll definitely have to check that out. And Lyman, now that I know you're singing and playing bass, I'm going to assume, of course, you are very familiar with Slam Stewart and Major Holly, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm just going to ask because I love this album so much. But do you have that album, Shut Your Mouth?
Shut Your Mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Terrence, just so you know, it's a great out. You can get it on iTunes, all that. But Slam Stewart and Major Holly were both bass players and singers, and they did an album together. And it's just the greatest. It's the most fun record to listen to. And you'd think an album that had two bass players would be a little overkill, but it's
You're not hurting any feelings. I
yeah.
But Slam Stewart would bow and sing an octave above the bass.
Yeah, it's all.
Holly could bow and sing the same octave of the bass.
Yeah. They both had such a unique sound, and it's just so great.
Yeah, that's great
But
music.
basically, what I'm getting at is next time we do a gig together, I'm going to expect some of that from you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I can play quarter notes and sing at the same time. I don't know about bowing.
Well, speaking of which, we're going to, a little later after our spot with Jason Fabus, we're going to end tonight with a clip from the gig we did together a month ago, I guess?
That was so much fun.
Wasn't that fun?
That was
my God.
Tony was a master at putting bands together and then putting together the perfect repertoire for that band to perform.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Yeah, that was a fun night. We'll definitely have to do that again because I think everybody had a good time playing together, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tunes were great. All the musicians were great.
Great
guys.
selection of the music, and of course Tony with his patriotic thing in there. That was really
That was beautiful. I think I played that with you before.
Yeah, that was.
Well, I had never done that before, but I've there have been times when I've done the Mangione tune "Land of Make Believe," and somewhere in there I'll usually throw in a little taste of the national anthem. But that was the first time I decided to kind of expand on that whole idea. So
Right, he did three patriotic tunes. It was the day after the election.
well, hey, you guys, thank you so much for being with us, and Renee, it's so great to meet you and hear you.
Yeah, what a pleasure! What a pleasure! Look forward to meeting you in person someday, and Lyman, I look forward to seeing you with Tony's band there, maybe with Carol Welsman sometime, also with Francisco's band, and whoever else,
Whoever else. Great seeing you again, Terrence. I love
My friend.
Steamers. It was the absolute best, man. It really cut my teeth there as a musician and an LA professional. So I'm glad you're keeping it going in some aspect,
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Well, we're going out with a video of yours from Black Market called or Black Market Reverie called "After You're Gone." Anything you want to say to introduce that?
No.
Where can you get the album?
What's that?
The album at blackmarketreview.com.
Blackmarketreverie.com. Yes, blackmarketreverie.com. You can find our first album and our Christmas album there. Very easy to order from both. After You've Gone is probably our big our opener. It's probably our most popular one. It features the ukulele, it features Renee's beautiful voice, and a fast tempo, which I like to play. So
Awesome.
you guys like it.
All right, great.
Cheers,
Thanks
guys.
again, and
Thank
have
you, guys.
Nice to meet
guys.
you.
Happy holidays, folks.
You too, Terrence. Take care, Tony. Thanks, Tim. Bye.
Don't you remember how you used to say you'd always love me in the same old way? But now it's very strange that you should ever change. Sometimes I think someone has won your heart, tempted you away. But let me warn you, though we're miles apart, you regret someday, my darling, after you've gone and left me crying. After you've gone, there's no denying you feel blue, you feel sad, you miss the bestest pal you've ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it, there'll come a time when you'll regret it. Someday, when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you want me only. After you've gone, after you've gone away, after you've gone and left me crying, after you've gone, there's no denying you feel blue, you feel sad, you miss the bestest pal you've ever had. There'll come a time, now don't forget it, there'll come a time when you'll regret it. Someday when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you want me only. After you've gone, after you've gone away. There'll come a time, now don't forget it, there'll come a time when you'll regret it. Someday when you grow lonely, your heart will break like mine, and you want me only. After you've gone, after you've gone away, after you've gone, after you've gone away.
Hey Tony, wow, that was great. What a treat to meet Renee, and to see Lyman in such a go for that big old bass down to the little ukulele and singing the Hawaiian stuff. That was fantastic.
Right. Yeah. He's got a lot going on that we're just I guess we're just going to keep discovering.
Yeah, wow.
And ventriloquist act also.
Yeah, well, folks, we want to thank you so much for watching these broadcasts. I think we've done like 110 or something like that since this all started, and Thursdays and Sundays, sometimes on Fridays, and we appreciate your support. And if you want to help us out with these broadcasts that we do live, you can go to throw a few bucks in our virtual tip jar at steamersjax.com, or you can Venmo at Jax Hideaway. Also, we do have, for those who are interested, we have a membership that if you want to get even a little bit more involved and help us with this without just throwing a one-time thing in there, you can go to the steamersjax.com and find that out. And
last night I hosted a fundraiser for the pageant of the Masters and the Festival of Arts, and because they've had to shut down this year, and they did a similar thing where you could join a membership and they would basically engrave your name on one of the red seats in the Irvine Bowl. So I'm thinking when people join, we should name a parking space after them.
Sure, that would be great.
I mean, it'll just be like written down somewhere. It won't actually be on the parking space. Oh yeah, we can put them on a chair. We'll start naming the chairs.
Believe it or not, I had 2 nameplates at the end of the bar and Steamers for a while till that person stopped coming in. and then another person wanted to go.
Wait, I remember that. Who was it?
For the life of me, that was 9,000 concerts ago, so I can't remember.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was, and then somebody else that spent more. I guess I put there probably right. Whatever. And you remember that Marcy girl that come?
We're gonna watch a video from my gig about a month ago that features Lyman on bass, and this is my pretty darn good band, which had Grant Geisman and Sal Lozano and John Ferraro on drums, Lyman on bass, and who am I missing? Bill Cantos on piano, and myself. And this is a great Dexter Gordon tune called Soy Khalifa.
Soy Khalifa!
And it features, it's going to have Lyman playing a bass solo, so we thought it'd be fun to show that. And then as soon as that video is done, we're coming back. Actually, we're going to jump into a video from Jason FABUS, and right after that, he'll be with us. And I believe Natalie Mendoza, who we've had on, is going to be in that video as well. And then we'll be back here with Jason. So let's go check those out.
Jason FABUS is enjoying a wonderful journey as a highly sought-after professional saxophonist throughout Southern California. Jason is also a well-known songwriter, arranger, and producer under the name JFab, and has collaborated with numerous artists including Billy Davis Jr., Marilyn McCoo, Cameron Kinghorn, Bardo, and the Regiment Horns of the Tennessee Kids. FABUS is also an esteemed music educator, serving as a coach and clinician at several schools while maintaining his own studio of private students in saxophone, flute, clarinet, and piano. Although still early in his professional career, Jason has already performed with many notable musicians including Arturo Sandoval, Jane Monheit, Kim Richmond, Wayne Bergeron, Andy Martin, and George Benson. He recently recorded saxophone on Panic at the Disco's new album Pray for the Wicked, The Simpsons, the Netflix Mystery Science Theater, DreamWorks Animation Trolls World Tour, and video games Fortnite. Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX is proud to present Jason FABUS.
All right, we're back, and look who's with us. Welcome,
Jason FABUS, man. How you doing, buddy?
Lawrence and Tony, good to see you guys.
Good to see you
too. Man, you were swinging there.
Yeah, you've been on our list to get on this show for a while, and it just hadn't happened yet. But so I'm glad to have you here with us tonight. So
Yeah, I've been a fan of it. I a lot of the people that you've had on are friends of mine. You know, we play together, and it's just good to see them doing their thing. So
yeah, well, Terrence was fighting against having you, but I pushed it through.
That's because Tony told me you turned him down for a gig.
I don't know nothing about that.
Well, hey, Jason. So here's the thing. I do have a couple questions for you because I don't really know you that well. I mean, your name has sort of, for lack of a better way to put it, sort of exploded onto the scene over the last couple of years, and we haven't worked together, but I've heard a lot of you playing online and you know, like you said, with various friends of mine, and so what I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to guess that you're probably well behind me in years, and then twice as far with Terrence. But
yes.
But I keep thinking, like, one of the things I'm watching right now, and maybe you can address this for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up and you know, getting onto the scene, this was late '80s or so. Most of the guys my age at that time, we were coming out of this whole like fusion scene, and it was before smooth jazz, but there was this time of like contemporary jazz, and that's sort of what we were doing at that time. And most of the guys that were my age, everybody was pursuing that. You know, the Chakria Electric Band was pretty hot at the time, and you know, still Weather Report was still big. These days, there's a lot of guys your age who are just embracing this classic style, but not only just playing the tunes, but playing it really authentically. Everything from your sound to your phrasing to everything about it is so authentic to that. And I'm just curious where that comes. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of consider you one of the leaders of the pack when I hear you play for all these young guys who are doing that style. And there's a lot of guitar players. I'm hearing a lot of guitar players. But maybe you can address where did that come from over the last 10 years to all of a sudden capture the attention of a bunch of the younger players?
I think it's definitely it wasn't like a shift where everybody was like, okay, let's just get into this style now. It's been like a transformation over the last few years. I know, like, personally, before coming out to California, I moved out here in 2012. I was going to school up in Minnesota, and I actually did a classical saxophone degree up there.
Wow.
And then, but me personally, I was always just into kind of the Capitol era singers of like the late 50s. So like if I wasn't playing saxophone and I was just listening to music, it was usually like Frank or Nat King Cole or Sarah Vaughan or Mel Torme. And I got into like the string arrangements like Nelson Riddle and Gordon Jenkins. And for some reason, that was just a sound that I liked. And what I didn't realize was that I was listening to tunes like Swonderful or On the Street Where You Live, or the one that we just played, which was Them Their Eyes. And like I was approaching these tunes from a context of late 50s, which is what I was into. So then as I move out to California, I start to meet some musicians. A very good buddy of mine, Gareth Price, actually. I have to give him credit because he was really into traditional music because he was working with a musician at Disneyland, Ralph Reynolds and John Reynolds. So it was kind of this mixture of me being into standards from the 50s, but then starting to meet the right people out here in California that were more about playing those tunes in the vernacular of the 1920s or 30s where they came from. And then at the same point, like still trying to become a part of the scene out here, which is modern and is progressive. So like, it's just like this combination of trying to fit everything. So it's cool. I think it's still changing, but it's really cool to see young musicians getting back into concepts of phrasing and swinging and playing proper melodies and basically like emphasizing the melody. Like my concept is I want to play the melody. When I call a tune, it's because I want to play that melody, not that I want to solo over that tune.
You're speaking my language. Yeah, I totally hear you. I honestly, I could probably go a whole night and never take a solo, and much to the appeasement of the other musicians. But I would be happy to just play melodies all night, like to play those tunes. And similarly, like the era I really gravitate to, like I have this huge affinity for Louis Armstrong. But the era I really gravitate to is that 1950s, late 50s, early 60s, the singers records, and so yeah, same thing. But I didn't come into that until later. Because like I said, I came out of a whole different scene. All the guys my age were doing this, more contemporary stuff. So it's fascinating to me to all of a sudden see so many young guys doing that.
Yeah, I do feel more of them are starting to do it with us too. So we're starting to see it become a thing. At first I thought it was just a West Coast thing or maybe a Los Angeles thing with all the swing dancing out here. But now I'm starting to hear records from, younger kids in Canada that are playing this way, and New York, of course, Chicago, and of course in Europe. So it's really awesome.
I have to imagine some of that, like in the 90s, that whole jump swing thing kind of took off again. And I have to imagine some of it came out of that, even like the Brian Setzer records and, the Squirrel Nut Zippers, all these bands that were sort of embracing that. So I'm guessing that's part of it, but it's just, anyways, I love it.
Would you say, Tony, were you kind of a part of that too? Like if you're going back to the 90s, did you or did your bands shift more towards like that 90s rock and swing thing?
No. So I did the contemporary thing for a lot of years, and I kind of lost interest when it became smooth jazz. I did start playing this music, like more traditional music, in the late 90s. I started transitioning to that, but it was really because I went to Europe around 91 or so, and I connected back. Now in Europe in 1991, all the guys your age were playing this music. So it was really these young European musicians who turned me on to, not that I wasn't familiar with Louis Armstrong, but really turned me on to that era and made me fall in love with that music at a time when I was putting out records that were very contemporary. So by the time I got, started getting tired of that other music, I really wanted to play standards. And so I started transitioning, but I've never wanted to be a costume band. And in the late 90s, the jump swing, and I don't knock that. It was just something I didn't want to do. And there were a lot of bands that were putting on the zoot suits and kind of doing this, this showy thing. I really just wanted to play the music. And so when you ask me if I did that, I wasn't really part of that scene, but I was starting to play, music from that era at that time. But I didn't.
I do want to remind you, Jason, that Tony did have a mullet and wore it well. But interestingly enough, though, because I hear, the influences you were talking about. One of the reasons that I chose to open Steamers was that I was kind of a straight ahead guy. I am, as Tony was saying, old. And I grew up, and my father, I listened to things like Al Hurt, Dexter Gordon, Sonny Rollins, things like that. That's where, and I'm a sax player, but not a professional. But that's what I did for many, many years. And when one of the things I heard, and when I opened up Steamers, was in the midst of a lot of this contemporary jazz. And one of the things that I wanted to do was feature straight ahead stuff. So, I got in, Herb Geller from Germany. I got a lot of Lou Tabakin from New York. I brought in a lot of great players that were in that thing. Ernie Watts, and he was a little bit more contemporary, but he's still, Pete Chrisley, all these cats. And that's what, and I was like, for me, listening to Dexter Gordon, you talked about melodies, do Society Red, about a 5-minute solo of just repeated melodies that just continue to go. Not shredding to the point of where you don't understand what he's doing, but it's all a melody. And that's what
Sonny Rollins would pick like obscure show tunes from the 20s.
Yeah.
Like We're in the Money or just random tunes, and then he would be free over it, but Who's
the guys? Name 3 sax players that influenced you the most.
That's I hate that question. I would say,
Kenny G. We'll get Kenny G out of the way, but
Kenny Garrett. You mean? I do consider myself primarily an alto player. That's my favorite voice. So I'll just stick with alto players, and we will get Charlie Parker out of the way. I think we've all achieved that. But a couple guys that are more on the melodic side, or at least I admire their melodic side, I'm a huge fan of Paul Desmond.
Yep.
And I think he's completely underrated in the current youth and collegiate jazz programs. He doesn't get mentioned enough. And then also Benny Carter.
Yeah.
Super good player, but like you could tell when he's playing the alto, he was kind of in that era with the big band era where you got Marshall Royal and like Johnny Hodges and Coleman Hawkins, where it was like the saxophone was like this opera style voice. So you focused all on phrasing and vibrato and all that stuff. So you hear that in Benny Carter's playing, but then at the same point, he could take a solo and play all the same vocabulary that Parker was playing. So
you mentioned Marshall Royal, who's another person who doesn't get mentioned very much. And earlier you mentioned the arranger Gordon Jenkins. Do you have that record that they did together?
Oh yeah,
with Caravan, with that crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Caravan? What is that? I need somebody to transcribe that because I need to look at those string parts. But everybody who's listening, grab a pen and write that down. It's a Gordon Jenkins record featuring Marshall Royal, and it's just, oh my gosh.
And like if you're a horn player or if you're a singer and you're trying to learn like vocabulary and you're trying to learn licks and transcribe stuff, man, if you listen to these arrangements by those guys and girls, you're gonna hear the licks. They have so much like great thought out ideas in those arrangements. So like it's not just about the transcribing instrumentalists. It's about like that's what I loved about that era. I just feel like everybody was on their A game.
Yeah,
late 50s, early 60s.
Over the last several years, I've gotten to do a bit of big band arranging, which is fairly new to me, like only the last 10 years, and ended up getting to do some albums and some studio recordings of these arrangements. And boy, for me to do that, I have to sit in my studio and I mock them up like for days and days and weeks and like listen in my car a million times to all the MIDI demos just to make sure everything's right. And I just marvel that those guys walked in back at that time before you could do that. Just they never heard it. They just knew it was going to be great, and then they put it down in front of the Sinatra orchestra, and it was amazing. You know, I just marvel at that.
I always say, like, I think late 50s to me is a period where musicianship was still high in the sense that you had to nail it in the studio, right? But then also that's when engineering was also getting really good because we started to hear stereo, and I think we're starting to get better ribbon mics and condensers. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like that's the moment where both musicianship and producers and engineers were at an all-time high. And then as you start to get later, especially with pop music, it's like now it's all about the producer and the engineer and much less about the artist.
One of the things I love to do is I really believe, like you're mentioning, that engineers, they recorded and mixed for the era they were in. So when you listen to a 1928 recording of Duke Ellington on your iPad or whatever, it's going to sound one way. But when you listen to it in a Victrola with that big horn, it's a whole different experience.
I bet.
So for me, like I have a Victrola downstairs, and then I also have a 1960 Grundig Majestic stereo console that when I want to listen to those like late 50s records, they sound unbelievable on those units. And they don't sound that way in on any of this high-end gear here. They just have this character because they were being engineered for the best equipment at the time. And that to me is where they sound the best. So those records do sound amazing then. And there's a great book called Sessions with Sinatra you should check out that it's not anything about his scandals or love life. It's only about every recording session he ever did from his first one to his last. And it talks about all the mics and the musicians and the studio setups. It's great. It's a great walk through the recording industry, especially
Have
for
you guys ever heard Frank, like studio chatter of Frank?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
It's great. Like he'll catch something. He'll be like, "Hey, on bar 52, I didn't like that chord or something," and he'll make a change. It's like, dude.
Yeah. Hey, we're going long because I have a feeling I could probably talk to you about this stuff all night. But I want to hear you play.
Yeah, I am sitting at a little piano right now. I don't know if you can see it, but so I'll do here will be my shameless plug for me and for my singer Natalie, who I'm privileged to play with whenever I can. We did a Christmas album that we put out last year. It's available everywhere. It's going to be by the FABUS 4. That's my quartet. And we did 6 tunes, some of my favorite ones, and then some of hers. And they're going to be playing it on K-Jazz in a couple weeks here, so we're happy for the support there. But if you're looking for more holiday jazz to add to your collection, which I hope everybody is, that would be the one to do. So I'll leave you guys with a little Christmas tune that I've been working on. Originally, I think written for Frank, but there's a great version, of course, by Harry Connick Jr. It's called Christmas Dreaming. You hear the piano?
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing my Christmas dreaming a little early this year. No sign of snow around, and yet I go around hearing jingle bells ringing in my ear, my ear. I'm doing it must be the reason the happy season is here. So I'm doing my Christmas dreaming a little early this year. And with that, it's time for me to have a beer.
That's a great tune. I love when you find those great old tunes like that nobody does enough. Yeah, that's
and in true saxophone fashion, I messed up one of the lyrics. So I hope Nat's watching this at home and she can correct me later.
Well, man, good to have you. Yeah, it's great to have you, and I'm definitely a fan of yours, and I do hope we can share a stage sometime soon.
Yeah, Terrence, Tony, and Tim, who's running everything, thank you for having me on. And let's please, when the time is right, I'd love to just sit down and chat more. We just barely scratched the surface. So
yeah. Well, we're gonna go out with a tune, "White Christmas" from the FABUS 4. And again, thank you for being with us, and have a great holiday, and we'll hope to see you soon.
All right, guys.
Holiday, my friend.
Good, done. Great.
Tony,
I have a feeling that conversation could have gotten a lot longer.
what an incredible young player, and I mean his knowledge. I just love where he's coming from. I'm looking forward to working with him, coming up there. And what a pleasure. That was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, this is, I don't know how many we've done of these, but we want to also thank you so much for tuning in for these on Thursdays and Sundays. And
I think this is 39.
39. Wow. That's my age. And we appreciate you guys. And if you want to help us out by supporting this, become a member or just throwing a few bucks at our tip jar at steamersjax.com, or you can even Venmo Jax Hideaway. And I think we're going to close out the show with, Tony Guerrero and a pretty good band or whatever those guys are. And what are you going to do?
One more tune from that. We did a standard that night called There Will Never Be Another You. And so this is just us kind of winging that. But it was a fun night and a nice way to close out tonight. Again, featuring Lyman Medeiros on a nice bass solo on this too. So, Terrence, I will talk to you real soon, I think.
We will, and I love you, and happy holidays.
And everybody stay tuned, because there's going to be over the next few days, just stay tuned and just be watching these pages, because with all the stuff going on in with COVID and the shutdowns and all of that, we'll keep you informed what's going on with the live shows and where we're going with that. And obviously, thank you for supporting not only these streams but all the live shows you've been coming to, and we'll keep you posted with all of that.
Right on.
Stay safe, though. We'll talk to you soon.